Hello trader, welcome back to this second live of our NOI session. I hope that you guys are ready for a big trading week, NFP as well as FOMC, including BOJ press conference, making the market pretty wild and volatile, which is what you can see the reflection in the market as expected. And there are some opportunity in the market. At the moment, the market is in fact trending very nicely. This is today's low here on gold, which is showing significant bearish trend, and we see the market is trending. We could see potential further entry. We had our previous session a nice winner, and looking forward to see this session as well to have some great entry with all of you guys. We can see the market on the lower time frame showing that trend as we mentioned earlier, so which is basically breaking the support level in a sharply downtrending market. Gold currently approaching this intraday support, and it's already broken the low, and I'm marking out the sessions high and low to see possible entry in this session as soon as it arises. So if we look at the 15 minutes chart here, that you can see the market, the previous this is the current sessions low here, sessions high. After this 4-hour bearish engulfer, close to it, long wick at the top and also at the bottom, which is basically we can see the market is trending with the aggressive momentum here, and that aggressive bearish trend that you can see on gold may potentially create a new lower low, and this is what I also predicted. We can see the market is trading below 10 EMA on the 4-hour chart, which is a sharply bear market. So we'd like to see that in this session to enter potential few trade here. Can you guys can hear me and see me? Say yes if you can hear and see me. And would be appreciated if you guys can let me know that the stream is going well. And let's start NFP week, which is currently booming here. What you can see in this market for the price to give us an potential entry on the lower time frame. I'm looking forward to see the best possible entry in this session, as we can see the market showing possible trend here, a stronger bear trend. So when the market trend like that, this is where the best entry. So you can see that the price is trying to pull back to the upside on this lower time frame. Now the line that I have drawn at 3338 level, if you guys look at it, you can see 8.68 is an important level that you can see on gold, and that level that you can see is an important resistance line. And from the intraday, if the market is hitting the level, this is the 4-hour sessions high, and if it goes back up with one single move to the upside, there's gonna be a good entry opportunity. If you look at the ATR here on the 5-minute chart, so the ATR on 5 minutes is 20 pip, which is more than 3 ATR. Move will be if the price goes back to the sessions high on the 5-minute time frame. So if that's the price action, the price is traveling to that level, we can look for possible sell entry. And as we see that trend, and that trend, if the market is reaching that level, which we might see for deeper pullback, we can expect an entry on the lower time frame. So we'd like to see that a complete bounce here in the same way that we have seen the market has done that in this area, and from that zone the market dropped. So which is basically you can see it's in a very sharp downtrend. it might not be able to cross that high. Instead, it could continue to drop. Now, if it is keep pushing down as it has broken this support level, we will be enter in the right time. We'll try to enter in the right time. Always not possible, as you know, the market may not give you always the right entry, but it's not our goal is to always find the right entry, but to do the proper management when we are entering. Last session that you guys have seen, the trade that we have opened and was a massive one. Now this session waiting for another entry. Before we look for the next entry, we need to find out first of all the levels, the important zone that where you will be looking for that entry. Now you can see the 5 minutes price action is trying to pull back to the upside. Pullback is very important because when you look at the pullback, we know that the market is preparing for another move, and you see this is the drop from this level as a complete break below. And with this drop, as the market has created a swing low here, expecting that the market to bounce back up to break below here from that level. So this is the zone that waiting for the market to have that move back below here, waiting for the market to show up. And here is the lower time frame price action. We see the price is trending, and we want to keep that hold on to the trend so that we can find our possible setup for the next one here. Now 5 minute chart, you can see it's breaking back below here. On the lower time frame, the market trend is bearish. In all time frame, we see the bearish trend, and what is dropping is likely to drop. This is what we're waiting to see, that entry opportunity on Xauusd from this level. So let's count on it for another entry on gold in the right direction. So here is the previous swing low, daily low. Here is 3323 level. As this market is trending, if the price revisit that 338 level, right, 338 level, we will be entering even if the price reach near that level, because this is the session's high. This is an important zone. That's where in the past the sellers were interested to sell the market, and we need to look for the market that is the sellers are interested. Let's wait for the possible entry in this market. Hope that you guys excited for this session here, as it's a NFP week, pretty interesting week. Welcome. And I would like to post a poll here. Poll really helpful when you guys cast a vote. We can see that what community are thinking. What is your view on XAUUSD today? So what do you think that gold is going to do today here? What's your view on XAUUSD today? Let's see that. What's your view on a gold? It's gonna be, do you think that this is the daily low here at 3323 level? Do you think that gold is going to break that low here, or it's gonna bounce again back to the daily high? What's your, I think anything can happen, but from the price action, what do you think? What's your opinion on gold? So bounce, do you think that bounce above daily high, or break the daily support? So let's see which one you think gonna play out today. I've shared a poll here. Gold sell. Currently it's on a falling market, so I don't like to sell from very bottom. Rather, you will be looking for a zone where we can re-enter, as the previous sessions was. You guys have seen that the trade was open, and now we see that it's again breaking back below in that direction. So would like to see the market is in fact coming back below here. to the support level to create a new lower low in this market. As this market is trending here, we can see that this is the resistance line, and in that level where the resistance, this is a trend line that has broken back below, and also the support. We can see the market in that area from this resistance drop, again drop, again drop. So whenever the market is hitting the level, it's getting that rejection from that high. Also this support here that you can see, the price has broken back below. Currently the price is trading below. We want to look for a retest. Now this neckline is also quite significant. We can see that 335 and 338, these are two levels. So in between that level is where a high probability trade setup may come. Here you can see all those 30 minutes red candle, except this one green doji, which is basically, this is the manipulation candle. This is the smart money zone, the order block. From that consolidation, the market managed to break below. Now what we need here is to see the market is going back up to retest and then to trend back again below the direction of the major trend. So we'll be waiting for that entry, and patience is key. As I mentioned all the time in all of our live session, guys, we discuss about the patience. So make sure you stay patient. That's what we need to see. All around 33334 target for today, 3314, 3335. Yes, this is a very important zone that you can look for possible entry setup. As the market managed to break that support, always trend is to play out, and we see that it's a sharp downtrend, and the trend is very important to look at. If you look at here, you can see it's a downtrending market structure. We would see that the market is having because you see, when you look at the bigger picture, that will give you the clear answer what's gonna happen. It's very simple to understand how the market might be moving. As it's in a trend, it's gonna trend, right? So that's what the rule of thumb is. What is trending is likely to trend, and when it ends, it bend a lot, that we can understand that it's end. So then we can look for the reversal setup, but before that it's gonna bend a lot. So we can recognize that band when you see that the trend is end, but normally it doesn't end so early, because when the market is trending, it's gonna trend a lot. Okay, so if you look at the daily, you can see that that reflection. You can see that here, this is where the daily resistance, this is where the high here, daily resistance is important, where the market, if you look at here, you can see this is a long wick, all right, which is pretty strong long wick, right? A big long wick rejection. The price has come back to that support level, and then has gone back up here and then drop again. So same kind of pattern is playing out, that you can see a long bearish engulfer after this green candle, and the market dropped to the level, has gone back up, a long bearish engulfer, a long bearish engulfer, a long bearish. So it's a typical pattern that we can spot here. The market is doing and respecting this resistance line, and that's why the market is trending back below here. So therefore we see that this market is coming back below, and in that downtrend, once we see the market is falling back below, we will be looking for an entry. So you can see that bearish engulfer in that area. Looking at the 15 minutes bearish engulfer. Now we will be looking for the price to go ahead and retest this resistance line. And once the market managed to hit that resistance line, okay, if the market is going back to 3338, 3339 level, we will be looking into the sell here in this market. So this is the 15 minutes candle closed with a bearish engulfer, which is a sign of further downside here on gold. We may see the market is remaining bearish in that area for long-term picture. I hope that guys, you are ready for the big week coming up as NFP, right? So, and also the FOMC will be coming on live on FOMC as well. So let's take the full trading opportunity for this week, because this week is the most important week when we are looking at the monthly and perspective. Gold is here. It's a downtrend. Here you can see the market trending without hesitation, right? It's a very sharply falling market. And in this falling market, we will be looking for entry in the right time. We could look for sell at the moment, but I'm not going to enter, is because we want to see the market has done enough pullback. There is a probability for dropping further, but we will not be on the higher probability side when we are selling from here. So the my level here, I'm going to mark that zone, which is today's sell zone here, right? So if you look at the 15 minutes, we can look at the 15 minutes and the 5 minutes together. And if this market is going to hit that key level, we will keep eye on the 5 minutes and 15 minutes for a potential break to the upside to this key zone here. And as you can see that the market is trending with this trend line, and the price managed to break this support level, we can expect it to break below to the direction of the trend. It may break here. So if you look at the 4 hour again, we see the market is approaching that daily low. The market is approaching the daily low, which is an important area of value that you can see. Here is the market is breaking the support, and we will be looking forward to see the market is coming. You can see it's getting some rejection here. We might see the price to go ahead and hit that level where the market is having that trend here. waiting on an entry. Waiting on an entry to see this market is showing up for another trade entry on gold. Now, in addition to the gold, also you saw that some other pairs trending today. We'll be looking into that later in this session. First, let's kind of get a setup on gold, and what is the most important factors when we are looking to enter a trade in the market. Asking question is the most important part, not the answer. So if you are trading for some time, definitely you wonder in what situation we will be entering the trade. Now it happens that traders open trade emotionally, so without proper understanding when to enter. And if that's happening to you, then I would highly encourage you to watch this live session till the end to understand, because a trader's success depends 70% on his or her trading psychology. Now, if you look at that trader's trading psychology depends on 70% his or her success. That means that is something where definitely we need to work on to improve, right? And if that's the case, welcome. Then how do you develop that psychology that you need to succeed as a trader? Now, you can be different kind of trader. You can be a swing trader, day trader, scalper, or short-term short-term trader or long-term holding. In all situations, there is the same psychology needed to succeed. And to develop that trading psychology that you need to become a better trader, first of all, you need to understand that what kind of trading psychology you need to develop to become a better trader, right? What kind of trading psychology you need. What is the in fact a trading psychology of a successful, profitable, professional trader look like, right? So this is also an important point that as a trader you need to look at. Understanding from that point of view will change the way you look at the market, and that's what here the number one criteria to become a successful trader in terms of trading psychology is becoming patient, which is very important, but I will keep the number one at the top, right? At the top is like a curiosity. That's the number one. And it's rare, right? Because we live in an age where everything is in autopilot. Scrolling on phone and then turning on the light and TV, and everything is in autopilot. But becoming a trader means that you look at from a very, very curious perspective. And the number one condition at the same time to be curious is to question, is to look at from fresh perspective. You see that very young child, they are curious is because they find everything new. You need to look at the market that is completely new. And in fact, the market is renewing every time. So are you fine? Yes, I'm fine. Thank you. The market is, you need to look at a completely fresh perspective all the time. That I say that look at like with a beginner mindset, as the market is refreshing every time, creating a new structure every time. So look at completely from a fresh perspective, and then be highly curious, right? Question every price action, everything in the market, everything you see, and then you become a better trader. That's what will develop, will bring a mature trading psychology. Okay, now in this zone, you see that I have written today's sell zone. Either the market is going there or no. First of all, we need to find an ideal level that you want to sell. And in reference to that zone, we can look for sell in other areas as well. But then, why did I sell? Why did I mark that level as a today's sell zone as 3338 or 3339 level? How do I join the Forex User Academy? Gbpjpy. Anyone wants to join the Forex User Academy, you can find the first link below this video and then join both of that. Stay connected. You can find link below this video for more information to joining the academy, to become part of that. Let's begin. But how a person can be disciplined to keep. Okay, this is a very crucial question, how to become disciplined to keep. Okay, let me explain that one from a very scientific perspective. Okay, so being disciplined is creating neuro connection in the brain, right? That's all you need. So anything we do, we create neuro connection, right? It's called a neuro pathway in the brain. The first day you ride your bike was very difficult, right? It's very uncomfortable. You're falling down and standing up, falling down and standing up. And at some point, it becomes in habit. It becomes autopilot. It's got programs. So first of all, to become disciplined, find out that what you need to do as a trader. Idealize yourself, even if you are not doing it. And then repeat it for at least 21 to 25 days. Now, anything we do in one direction or one area of our life reflects on the other areas. This is inevitable. So, to be disciplined in trading, try to discipline also in other areas in your life. It's hard, I know, but that's where the success, that's where the freedom. Because in one side there is work, sacrifice, hard work. The other side is the freedom. It's much better, right? To be disciplined and to become an independent trader, to gain freedom, rather than being stuck on something that you don't want. So, becoming disciplined, that you are counting on your being more and more active and responsible as a trader. But at the same time, don't take it too hard. We all human, and there will be some kind of process that you need to go through. In one line that I would say, even if you are not disciplined, Don't try to be hard to be disciplined. If you are not doing well, don't try to, do hard to do well. Just one thing keep in mind. That's the key. Okay? If you can keep on that, you're gonna be a trader. That's all you need. Keep trying, keep growing, keep watching, keep learning. If you had a little bit of that difficulty to handle the discipline side, maybe you can take a short break, but keep running, and then over time you're gonna see that it becomes easier and easier and easier. That's how trading is. So one day, today, how you did that, you see that tomorrow becomes much easier and then easier. So the goal here is to remain active as a trader, keep trading, because this is where it's a $1 trillion market. It's a big area where you can become, you can just take a glass of water from the ocean and you can live a very good life by trading, right? So that is what most important part as a trader is, to don't give up, keep trading and keep learning. You can learn by yourself, or you can join the community so that you can stay active, you can stay engaged. So be disciplined, but at the same time, do it slow if needed. That's how it is. I hope that you guys, like the NFP week, keep more and more time on the chart. Now, if you are a beginner trader, if you are a complete beginner, then or just recently started trading, the first step is to learn the foundation, right? The foundation of trading. There is a foundation trading course, and in the website that you can see in our website in Forex Trading Wizard Academy, you can go through that, learn the foundation, learn the basics, and then based on that, build your risk management system, how to do the lot size calculation, how to open and close trade, how to trade with the trend, and then dedicate yourself for learning more and more how the trading works, how the chart performs, and over time you're gonna be very good at it. So that's all. It's a very simple step-by-step process. There is not much information you need to digest. The only three secrets that I say in the market: market structure, learn the market structure to know the trend, which is you'll see that 70% of my each trading decision, outside that almost all trade that I take, even all professional trader takes, is based on the direction of the trend, right? So when you trade with the trend, that's where you stay ahead. Look for the trend, learn how to understand the trend, and once you understand the trend, understand how the smart money trading from a key level, key area. Once you know the trend, once you understand how the trend works, the next thing is trade after a clear price action confirmation. So once you understood the trend, once you understood the price action confirmation, then take trade, open positions, and then hold it for the full spectrum of your profit target. Stability is very important as a trader. So if you want to perform well over time, make sure you're stable as a trader, because if you want to grow your account, you need consecutively trade 30 days, 40 days, even 1 month, 2 months. Okay, so you need to be consistent on your approach. and the life doesn't get in the same way, right? That's why trading sometimes become hard, because we decide about a strategy, about a course, we commit to ourselves to do well, and then things get different, and then we just deviate from the strategy. That's why you need to work out to keep the flow in the same direction all the time. All right, cool. Let's look at DXY here. You can see that the market on DXY is breaking out after this market open, so which is basically showing bearish move on USD pairs that you can see early. Dollar CAD is bouncing, but I think it's not gonna go much further here. I don't think dollar CAD will be able to create a big bull candle. Instead, we might see liquidity grab and then to potentially return back. Dollar yen in the same way. So that is reflecting on the opposite direction on gold, which is basically sharply currently falling in the major direction of the trend. So looking at this is 1 hour and the 15 minutes and the 5 minutes, the trend is down here. So this is the session's high on the 4 hour, but the market has dropped a lot in the major direction. So I would like to readjust our current level. So that's how it is. We need to, as I mentioned, we need to refresh, we need to renew the levels, we need to renew the price action when needed. Let's reanalyze the market again, as since we have done the analysis, the market sentiment changes, the market structure changes. Okay, so now let's wait to see again what is happening, where the market is moving. Again, looking at monthly now, because the market sentiment, the market structure changes, we need to look at the bigger picture again. So this is the monthly price action. From the monthly, what we see, you see, first of all, look at the entire chart. This is how the analysis, guys. If you are trading any instrument, euro dollar, British pound, US dollar, even crypto, yen pairs, gold, anything, this is the right way to analyze. First of all, look at the entire chart. Even on the monthly, you don't think that, okay, this is in 2023, but why should I look at that far? Because this will give you an overview of the market, which is essential to know that flow, okay? Because long-term investor, they still hold those trade when they have entered here. So you need to see their point of view, because the bigger volume is here. So bigger flow that we can see from the bigger picture, it's a bull market. Now in that bull market, what happened? Now we are narrowing down to the recent time frames, which is this month's, previous months, or maybe 2 to 3 months from now on, what happened. So back to back 2 months, we have seen 2 dojis. Okay, so you can see that 1 doji, 2 doji, 2 dojis, series of higher low here and higher high, 2 dojis. Okay, after the back to back 2 monthly dojis creating series of higher low, we can see there is a monthly doji here. Okay, and here is the monthly support level, which is, this is the monthly open, monthly close, monthly open. So back to back quite a few months, the market has tested this level and creating this higher low. This month we have seen the price has reached that resistance line here to that key level, and after touch of this resistance, we can see the price has rejected back below this month. Now we are almost at the end of the month. We are almost nearly to the closing the monthly candlestick pattern here. Okay, so that close that we can see, the price is coming near to that monthly close and the monthly low. So before the monthly close, what I think the price may come back here to retest this support level, which is an important level. So that rejection on the monthly, we could see the price to break below here. So because it's a currently a falling market, we may see the market continue to trend back down to the direction of the major flow here. Looking at weekly, this is what also posted as analysis yesterday. Weekly pin bar that we can spot, and that weekly pin bar from a very key level had that rejection back below, and therefore the possibility for a break of the weekly support is higher. So already we see that the market from this series of higher low, which is the weekly support. Okay, so you can see this is the weekly support here, and from that weekly support that you can see, right, this is the weekly support, and we can see the market from this weekly support has completely penetrated, has broken back below here, and that is where we see the market is coming down from that level, and we could see the price to now break that weekly support to create a new lower low in this market. So looking at the daily, where from this high, this is the daily drop here in this market, and it's keep pushing back down to create a new lower low. So looking at the 4 hour, and that's where the 15 minutes also. So now currently we have found a new zone here, which is from here. If you look at it, the market dropped from this head and shoulder, and from that head and shoulder it's a complete break below, and with this break below from this head and shoulder, we can expect it to here to trend up here to this resistance line. And that being said, if the market now going back up for another retest, we need to see this kind of move. You see that here is the liquidity grab, and from that zone, boom, the market has completely broken back below. Now it may continue to trend, or it may go back up for another retest. For me to enter, here is our sell zone possible. Potential sell zone is here. So the potential sell zone is here, and in that level that we will be looking for entry with a high probability trade setup. I hope that you guys enjoying the live session. This is where we will be looking for the next entry opportunity once we see the price action confirmation. As we are directionally, we know that where the market might be moving to. Now trading with the trend, is our first priority here. So, and also being patient is key. You can see that if you look at this, there is a big news schedule. It's a long one, and that's where starting tomorrow we'll see that starting with the Xauusd job opening, we'll be covering in this live session that news. So followed by next day we'll see that CPI on AUD, ADP non-farm employment change, advanced GDP, BOJ monetary policy report, and BOC. So on CAD, advanced GDP on dollar, ADP non-farm employment change, it's on Wednesday. So Tuesday and Wednesday. So Tuesday starting with the dollar Xauusd job opening, and then Wednesday Coming up, ADP non-farm employment change also will be covering in this live session, and followed by next day coming on, that means that day in NY session, right? So we will be I will be coming on live on FOMC, right? So we almost most of the time we come on live on FOMC. So this will be a special live session to trade FOMC. That time the market really moves very predictably with the trend before 30 minutes or 1 hour earlier, and also after the FOMC. So that move we will be trading here, and I will be present on the live session to take few trades. If you guys trade FOMC, make sure you stay connected by subscribing to the channel, pressing that bell notification so that you are not missing any of the content that I am posting every day, and also coming on live so you're not missing any live session. I'm coming on live twice every day, one in London and the other one is NY, to trade the London break as well as the NY break. So followed by, we'll see that Thursday is a JPY day, so we will be focusing on Gbpjpy and dollar yen as well as gold, and then followed by Friday ultimate NFP day. We will be also trading that NFP with all together. Now we see the market is trying to pull back here. That is a key area that you can see. And with this drop to that, we can see the market is trying to push back. We need that pushback or the pullback, right? So that's just opposite in name. So here is the 1 hour, the market just from this 1 hour 20 EMS got the rejection back below. Here is the price is trying to push back to that level. That's why we will be looking into that entry. This is the 1 hour neckline, which is a support term resistance. It is also possible for this market to go ahead and retest the support as a resistance, which is also an important zone that you can look for entry here. This is support from the 1 hour. 1 hour bearish engulfer with a full red body with a long wick. So if this market breaks below, you might see the price to come back here even to this 3303 level, which is the daily, which is also the weekly and also the monthly low here. So if the market breaks down, then we might see the price, there is no, you can see there is no significant support here. There's an imbalance, so it may break below here, or it might go again for another retest of the high. So that's why potential sell zone is where, if the market bounce from here, you can see this is the 15 minutes move. This is the 4 hour high here. So if you look at the 4 hour, this is the sessions high, which is the level that I'm looking at. If the market, in case going to that level, which is we might see a bounce back, that's where a very important level to look for an entry. Otherwise, along the way, we'll see that where it might be heading to. Now today is, the market might prepare for the move that coming up later with the FOMC and other news announcement here. with this green candle, the price is trying to, you can see it's a structure. Now from this structure we might see new lower low, which is the 1 hour low is here. Now if the price managed to bounce to 334.40, also an important zone that you can look for entry here. So if the price bounce to test this neckline, we can look for around 45-50 pips stop loss to sell the market below this level from this neckline, because this trend line has not been tested yet, that you can see in that area. So carrying that bounce possibly to move back to the upside. So potential for sell zone, and we might see the price to retest that level and then to reject back below here to create a new lower low in this market. Expecting that break to the upside, and from that level that we can look for possible entry. We can see the price is trying to push back here. This is the zone that we'd like to see the market to go ahead and break that high. This is the 15 minutes, which is a complete break below, and either to the market to pull back and then to continue to trend, but I will be waiting for the price to break that session's high, that's or to retest this neckline, depending on how the market wants to move in that area. Now here, this is where it's trying to create a slower pullback market structure, and this pullback, it needs to be finished, and we need to see the market manage to bounce to the upside for deeper pullback in that area before we look for the entry. And another important aspect is the time frame, right? So we sometimes get confused about entry with the time frame. So should you enter on the 4 hour or on the 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, or 5 minutes, or 1 minute, right? So this sometime get a little bit of confusing when it comes to trading. Do you confuse? You can say in the live chat yes or no. Hello everyone. Could we see a reversal in NY? The market is highly bearish at the moment. And what do you think? I think gold, we may not see a complete reversal. We might see the pullback. And the way the market is heading, it's a highly bear market. You can see that this is a, after the 10 and 20 MA crossover, it's a sharply falling market, and it's dropping back below here, right? So that is a highly bear market. Okay, so if you look at from this zone here, we can see that the big drop here, and the market is pushing back to the key level here. So if the price, because the price already has broken back below this support, which is a long consolidation, you can see trading below this level, but it didn't test this trend line, which is currently below. So the healthy way to sell this market is for the market wait for that to test that zone. If it doesn't test, then we might see another wave of drop, and we have to wait for the right opportunity, because if the market is not doing the enough pullback, that means there might be liquidity gap, and it might at any point you see that is stronger reversal back again. So until we see the price has done that reversal, that means the lower time frame reversal to the sessions high in a downtrend, we are on this one, because that's where the best entry will be, when you see the price is revisiting those area recent high and recent low based on the trend. Third on dollar yen. We will be going back to that. We'll keep eye on gold, and then at some point we will be looking at dollar yen. Dollar yen, as yen news coming in, I think on Wednesday, we may see that tomorrow might get very, very volatile, especially on the JPY day. After the Sydney sessions, the market gets very, very wild. So we will be looking at that at some point. At the moment, we are focusing on gold, and if you look at here in this area, that you can see slowly trying to build up that pressure, and when you see that it's trying to push back up, when you see the market creating a stronger bearish or bullish price action, the first step is to think that only, let's say it's creating a stronger bearish price action, only we will be selling this market in a bear market. Only we will be selling regardless of anything. Because how many times this happened to you, that you know that it's a bear market, it's a selling market, it's creating a bearish price action, suddenly open a buy by thinking that it's gonna go a reversal, or maybe you saw that few bullish candle formation. Does this happen to you? That is why first decision to make is that this market is going to be a bear market, and then in that bear market we only will be selling this market, right? That's what we need to look at. thought on sell on Nasdaq tonight. Nasdaq. So the first, there was a massive gap open on Nasdaq. It was in a bullish trend. You see that it's filling that gap. So we might see what I think Nasdaq might be. This is the 4-hour chart, potentially coming to that support or breaking below before it bounced back up again. It could be on Nasdaq. But it's, if we sell, that's gonna be against the trend trade. We'll keep going, revisiting those areas. Here is going back again on gold. This is the 15 minutes close. There's a new candle open on the 15 minutes chart, and from this level the market is trying to you see that it's trying to push back to the upside again. So with this market structure formation, if there's another one, you see that the 2 15 minutes candle close to it, a long wick at the top, guys. This is where I really want you to pay attention, is how the candle is closing, how the candle is forming will give you an idea of what might happen. You know, it's like there's a big difference between, you know, as buy sell market. Okay, so if you look at here, that buy sell market, then and there is a big difference between a market that is where the buy and sell than in trading, because here it's acting like a sports. So if you understand that, it will really become easy, because it's all about how you are looking at the market will determine or dictate the decision that we are making as a trader, either to buy and sell. So what do I mean by this? Let's understand that. If you look at, let's say in a buy sell market, if you go to buy something when the price is low, we likely to buy, right? When the price is high, if we're an owner of the product, then we likely to sell. But here it's like a sport. So you can see that there are green candles and the red candles. So if you compare the both as a team, who is going to win in this battle as a trader, right? So that's where the key, and the winner side is what you need to take in. So if you look at here, you can see this is a from this level, the move here to that support and pull back with back-to-back 2 long doji formation, and that's where we can see the market with these 2 dojis. And if you compare this price here, you can see from this level a complete drop down to that support with 2 long dojis, right? So if you compare the red and green, we can see that the reds are stronger than the green. So that's a dominance by the seller, this market. And because it's a selling market, we could look for potential sell whenever it arises. So after the 2 long wick doji, you can see another one is trying to create to the upside. So if this 5 minutes 50 minutes candle is going up, hitting that level and getting that rejection, that's where we will be able to find an entry for the next trade that we need to look at. So it's a pullback zone, and here we might be able to place a pending order for a potential breakdown in this market. Okay, here I'm looking for a possible sell stop in that area. So I'm going to place a sell stop here, so keeping the stop loss above this high, and TP target we can target to certain level to that direction for a potential breakdown below. But we see the market is strongly bearish at the moment. It's 15 minutes chart showing a bearish candlestick pattern. So placing a sell stop, which is, so we see the market is in a we might see the price just breaking back below before we place the order. Sell stop 3327.72, stop loss at 3330.52, and TP target here setting at 3322.30. So that's why I put it placing a sell stop. So you see the market is breaking above, which is needed. So if the market breaks below here, we will be entering into the trade. So I place the sell stop here, and it's a falling market. So place the sell stop if this market potentially to break below, and I think so here this is a very tight entry, here. Stop loss is very tight, so you have only 29 pip stop loss in this. There is a 5 minutes bearish and golfer formation here. So if we look at the 15 minutes, which is also another doji is being formed, and we are the market has created a sharp bearish move. I would like to push that stop loss little higher, as in case the market is trying to grab more liquidity before it just break below. Going to place the stop loss at 3330.94. It's a very smaller move on the stop loss. So this is another 15 minutes bear candle, and this market pushing down another one, potentially below this. We see the market is trending. I would like to hold that one here as well for another bearish move. If the market cross with this one directly below this low, we might be able to secure some profit, as if we look at the 15 minutes, which is potentially forming a bearish pin bar here, and pretty good move. And I am on the trade, and this is bearish price action that you can see. All right, so the trade is on. The trade is on. We are running in profit. So if you look at the 15 minutes price action here, and so back to back two bearish candle on the 15 minutes, 30 minutes also forming a bearish pin bar. There is a 1 minute rejection, which could be further downside here, and expecting it to break below. Once the market will be able to break this swing low here, we will be able to sell this, close the trade with the running profit. I would like to see it's been able to break that low. Here is a bearish price action from this high. Would like to see the market is coming back below here to this support, or even to create a new lower low. Yes, with the trade, and it's running in. So this is the 15 minutes bearish engulfer. Now that candle wanted to see this closing back below as a bear candle. If it is getting rejection, there is a 30 minutes doji. Boom, that's a drop, and a 15 minutes bear candle. That's been 30 minutes doji as well. So I think the sellers may potentially be active here. If you look at the 1 hour and the 30 minutes, so 30 minutes is a doji. All right, so which is potentially to be bearish, and let's wait for the market to break that low here. All right, so there is a liquidity gap here that may have given a potential for the market to drop further to this support level. Right, so trying to secure this trade, guys. The second one for the day after the London trade, it's gonna be potentially be another winner. Would like to see that breaking that low, and I'll let you know when I'm closing the profit here once we see the price is broken back below. Right, so you can see that this might be trying to push back. Okay, so it's showing that bearish move, expecting to break the support. And that's why we can see the market is now, I'm closing the profit. It's in a very good area to take the profit now. Another big one. Another big one on gold. The price has broken the support. We have secured another one after the London session trade. This one 36 pip. And let's keep trading. As I mentioned earlier, guys, this is NFP week. I think there is a there's some kind of echo. I hope that that's gone. I guess, do you see that the sound is echoing, or it's gonna be okay? Be patient, don't sell now. We are sell, guys, and that's gonna be that's gonna give us that good hit, guys. Did you like the stream? Is the sound echoing or it's going well? Can you say yes if or say something if it is echoing or not? I have taken the profit, another big one on gold, and back to back second trade after the previous one, after the London one. The invoice is done. It's a massive one. It's good to see that the market has given. Welcome, welcome. Here is we can see the market is showing that pattern. And welcome, welcome. Now, this is a live trade, and I hope that you guys enjoyed that trade. Now, you see that our plan here to sell from this one, but we have sell data here because back to back 15 minutes doji. As I mentioned earlier, here we need to look for a zone where the market is a potential for a break, right? So because 215 minutes candle was back to back sell, sold from here from 2 long week. That has given a possibility for the market to trend back down here to create a new lower low. So that's where you can see the market is heading back below here. You can see the market is in a bearish trend, and we may see the market potentially continue to further downside here to create a new lower low in this market. Okay, so we have secured that trade, guys. If you enjoyed the trade, like the stream, still we have long way to go. This is NFP week. We would like to take a few more trades coming up. There is a 4-hour close, so we'll be in 20 minutes, which is currently you can see this is a sharply falling market, and let's delete those lines here. And this is the current session's high here on the 4-hour, and that's where, if you look at the daily, weekly, the daily price action from this gap, the market has broken back below. From the weekly, we can see the downside. Monthly, the market is in a bearish drop here. So from the 4-hour, that you can see the market potentially coming back below here. So you can see the market after the cross of 10 and 20 EMA, the price is in that trend. You may see the market continue to drop. Come on. So here it's in a downtrend. We may see the price to continue to drop here, and we might see the prices coming back to this support level here. And that being said, we see the price is trending, and we would like to see that it's coming back here in this support level. So before the 4-hour close, we have 20 minutes to go, and if this market going back up for another retest, we will be able to see that this market is trending to this support level. So in this downtrend, the market is maintaining that bearish market structure, expecting it to drop back down here to this support level. And looking at daily, just looking at a little bit again higher time frame to see where the market is heading. Now you can see this is the daily resistance line, which is a key level. Now in that daily resistance, here is where you can see this is a resistance here, and also resistance here. So in this daily resistance, we can see that long bearish move, and that in that bearish market structure, we can expect for this market to break the support or even break below here to create a new lower low in this market. So from the 1 hour and the lower time frame, if you look at the 30 minutes, you can see it's a sharply falling market, and we could see this market continue to trend down here to this support. So we will be looking for another entry. Now this is nearest swing high here on the 15 minutes, and with this swing high, we may see that the market break that high. Now the nearest level that we can look for now before the 4-hour close, which is the support here, turning resistance. Once the market is managed to break that high here, this is where we will be looking into another entry. So the market is on the support level now. From this support, we might see the price to go back up, grab the liquidity, and then to return back again. The market is at the daily low here, and as this market currently trending with this stronger momentum, we might see this price, as it has broken the daily and the weekly support, we might see the price now potentially continue to break below here to this support level. Looking forward to see for another entry. I'm just looking to see that if we have the next entry. We see that it's a currently strongly falling market. So what is strongly falling, and we will be waiting for a pullback, and I was expecting for another pullback, but we see it's very sharply falling, and it's approaching the previous weekly low. If you look at here, you can see this is the previous weekly low, and in that market with the previous weekly low, we might see the price potentially to continue to trend back down here, and with that break below, what we can expect this market to continue to drop back down here. And as you guys can see that NFP is coming, and this is an important trading session that we are going through, and I would like to secure some more position. Let's look at some of the important currency pairs that might be giving us further opportunity along with gold. So we see that AUD/USD currently in a sharp downtrend. If you look at here, you can see this is the weekly price action. Daily AUD/USD might come back here to this support level. From this high, we could see the market to trend back down here to this support level on AUD/USD, which is potentially coming back on to this support on AUD/USD. So 4-hour chart here, after the head and shoulder, you see the market has dropped here, pullback, and it's in a downtrend. We might see this price continue to drop here to this support level. And we see that euro dollar also in a downtrend. Today the market opened with a gap on euro dollar with a bearish engulfer from the 4-hour chart here on euro USD, and we may see this market to continue to trend here. So it's a 4-hour chart. You can see that from this high, this is a bearish engulfer, and we may see that after the pullback, the market to continue to trend here on euro USD. So from the 4-hour chart, as we are starting few news coming up this week later, the market potentially preparing for another move. So this is an impulse on euro dollar from the 4-hour. We can expect a pullback here to any of this level and then to sell. So euro dollar, as the price has broken that support, creating a head and shoulder, we may see that euro dollar to coming back here to this support, or even creating a new lower low. So any pullback here is where you could see that selling opportunity on euro dollar. BTC USD, more often we see this instrument currently in a, if you look at the monthly on BTC USD, couple of instrument, it's in a bullish market. Weekly chart and daily, it's in a strongly bull market. From the 4-hour chart here, we can see that in this bull market there was a break of structure, has gone back up. It might range in that area. We will be looking in depth analysis later. Looking back again, gold is it's pushing back down, coming back again here. This is a completely bearish market. There's no stoppage in the middle. So because it's a highly falling market, and in this highly bearish market, we are looking to see the market is potentially coming back here now. So from the weekly, we might see very soon a break of this weekly low, which is 3309 from with the next candle. And once the market managed to break this support, this is a complete fair value gap. It might drop very aggressively below, as with the fair value gap, and then we may see the market to continue to trend here to create a new lower low in this market. So you can see the prices just crossed that low and then has got that rejection back below. Now, because the market is just below all this support level, the trend continuation is most likely. Once we see the price has candle close back below, we may see that complete trend continuation here for this market to continue to drop. this is 15 minutes full bearish candlestick pattern formation. Daily chart below this low, 4 hour big bear candle, and it's a highly bearish market. Now for our next entry, I would like to wait for the pullback, and once we see the pullback, we will be 2 successful trade today that we have opened on from this gold, and this is NFP week. We would like to open more position in the upcoming days and session. Guys, stay active for the whole week as a trader. Keep eye on the channel for updates and education. And next setup you're looking at, and for the upcoming session and also NFP, we would like to trade together. There'll be giveaway on the day of the NFP to join the academy, so stay connected for accessing everything that I have in the academy once you are become a member. So on the day of NFP, to trade together in the beginning of the session, there will be giveaway, so you can join and directly trade with me in the VIP live trading group that I'm doing every single day with all the updated premium strategy that you can access, including all the trading tools as well. So stay connected for that. And that being said, tomorrow again I'm coming up twice in this live. If you want to explore more, also in the meantime, you can visit the links below this video where you can access more ideas, trade education, as well as analysis. Until that, guys, thanks for joining this live session. I'm going to end the session very soon, and it was a great session with all of you. I believe that you enjoyed. Before I leave, say yes in the live chat that you enjoyed this live session, so that we can scale up the same kind of live session every day to increase our profitability as well as potential for the profit return every day. Welcome, Yan. Yes, need a feedback, guys. Give a feedback and say yes every day. Whenever there will be an opportunity, we'll be taking members, giving a full discounted coupon. But in the meantime, you can stay connected by joining the Telegram. We would like to take the most dedicated members from this session to join the academy. So if you think that you are fully dedicated, then keep up learning. Once the position will be available to join the academy, you'll given the access to join the education program as well as the premium signal group, where you can learn and grow and also trade with me regularly in the live market. So that being said, thank you, and I'll see you again very soon trading live together. Until that, stay well, stay happy.